What is up, YouTube? Easy Day Breeze back again, doing another reaction video to Downton Abbey. This one is episode 7 of season 1, so it's the season finale. I think I said that already, but yeah, this I think Downton Abbey's season finales usually are Christmas special, and this being the month of December, it lines up perfectly. So, guys, that was my master plan, delaying so long just to get to this episode during this month, during the holidays. So, if you stuck around, you're in for something special. But, yeah, I really did want to get the season 3 of Downton Abbey, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen with all the copyright claims. But, I like the series so far, rewatching it and all. But yeah, let's just start watching. I think I've talked long enough.
There's nothing like an English summer, is there?
Except an English winter.
I'm sorry you haven't received more invitations. But then after 4 seasons, one is less a debutante than a survivor. My dear, is there anything you're not telling me?
No.
So is that their aunt?
Stories.
There's nothing, Aunt Rosamond.
Yeah, it is.
So, have you decided whether or not to marry Cousin Matthew? Oh, there's no secret Cora can keep for more than a month.
You'd be surprised. I've told him I'll give him my answer the day I get back.
What's she thinking about? She loves him.
Very tidy. At least we can say that.
I don't understand why she's delaying, but I'm not a woman, so.
Fancy a smoke?
That sounded so sexist. I don't understand. Well, let me rephrase it. I'm not her, so I don't know what would be her hesitation.
There you are.
Hello, Doctor. I didn't know you were here.
No. Lady Grantham sent a message.
Why, she's not ill, is she?
Not ill, exactly.
Would you mind waiting in the library?
Oh, she's pregnant.
Pregnant?
You made me quite so shocked.
If it's a boy, the inheritance goes to him. And Mary loses everything again.
I told you she would. I could see she was interested, and I was speaking as one lady's maid to another. That means something, you know.
Of course, we thought we had him before, but he's a slippery devil.
What are they doing now? See, O'Brien is always scheming. I almost called her O'Neill again.
Biblical.
I didn't want to bother her ladyship if she's not well.
She's resting, but tell me anyway.
It's Mrs. Patmore, my lord. The time has come when we really have to make a decision.
Oh, because she lost her, she's losing her sight.
Now, do you believe me?
Careful, Thomas. Your position is not a strong one.
Don't punish us, Mr. Carson. It's Mr. Bates who's wanting here.
Tell me, Mr. Carson, do you think it right a man like that should live and work at Downton?
I think they got some old information that Bates already told Carson. Or at least that's what I hope it is. See, Bates, you should have been snitched on Thomas. Like, they are so dirty.
Mr. Napier, my lady.
What a surprise. I'm afraid you've just missed my aunt.
I know. I watched her leave.
How are your wedding plans going?
Not very well. In fact, we've decided to pull it off.
Really? Well, it seemed quite fixed at Sybil's ball. What a shame.
Does he want Mary?
Please.
Bro, you should. I hope not.
It'll be...
I've recently heard gossip about the time when I came to Downton with Kamal Pamuk. Gossip that I believe has made life difficult for you. I've also heard it said that I am the source of these stories.
Oh, okay.
It is very important to me that you should know that I am not. From that day to this, I have never spoken one word on the matter.
Then who did?
It seems to have come from the Turkish embassy.
From the ambassador himself, in fact, and his wife.
Oh,
But who told
Edith.
them?
Edith
If
did
not
it.
you.
This is the hard
I can't
part.
believe I just forgot that.
When I discovered the answer, I debated whether I should relay it, but in the end, I feel you ought to know.
The suspense is killing me.
It was your sister, Lady Edith, who wrote to the ambassador. That is why people accept the story.
Edith.
Oh.
Wonderful news, of course. You must look after yourself.
Don't worry, O'Brien has me wrapped in silk and feathers.
You're lucky. I have a horrible feeling Simmons is about to hand in her notice. She's looking very fidgety lately. And I saw her hurrying to meet the postman.
Oh, you poor thing. Is there anything worse than losing one's maid?
I mean, why would she want to leave?
Rich people
Been
problems.
stupid alone.
How are you feeling?
Well, most people's parents die before them, and so
Oh,
they
give
should...
it a rest. Your mother knew how to drag it out, I'll say that for her.
What?
Oh, wow.
No, I'll get up to the surface.
You gave me the wrong...
Sit down, Mrs. Patton.
I can't sit down. I've got the luncheon to finish.
It was not a suggestion. Sit.
What Thomas just said, I would have
Daisy
beat
and I
his.
will finish the
I would have
luncheon.
beat his for saying some like that. That's what the. I mean, also Miss Patmore, you gotta know when to
So
throw
he'll
it in
give us this
towel.
house for life, will he? How generous.
It is generous. He doesn't have to. But it's made me think. You must stay here if you want. I wonder if it mightn't be better all round if I went back to Manchester.
It may not be a boy.
Really, Mother. You never approved of it all in the first place. If it is a boy, you should see it as a release, not a disappointment.
We don't know it'll be a boy.
Exactly. So ask Matthew to wait until the child is born. If it's a girl, you can wed him happily, and all be as it was before.
But if I delay, won't he think I'm only after him for his position? Besides, I'm not sure I want to put him off, even without the title. We get on so well, you know, and he's terribly clever. He might end up Lord Chancellor.
And he might not. Oh, come along, Mary, be sensible. Can you really see yourself dawdling your life away as the wife of a country solicitor?
Oh.
About Mr. Bates, my lord. I expect you've had time to consider the contents of that letter.
Yes, but I find it very odd. Regimental soup. I could more easily see Bates as an assassin than a petty pilferer.
I agree. And while the letter is hard to argue with, I wouldn't put anything past Thomas or Miss O'Brien.
He isn't as dumb as they think he is,
Nothing much.
because he knows they are up to something.
Have you thought about Matthew?
Of course. But Aunt Ros
No, she's written to me. I should pay no attention.
But Granny, she has a point. Mary can't be completely naive.
I don't need your help, thank you.
Mary, listen to me. If you take Matthew now, when his whole future is at risk, he will love you to the end of his days.
Why, Granny, you're a romantic.
I've been called many things, but never that.
And what happens if the baby's a boy? And Matthew loses everything?
Mary can always change her mind.
But I can't do that to Matthew. It's not how we are together.
So
No, I'm
Edith.
going upstairs to help Hannah unpack.
On Dr. Clarkson's recommendation, I'm sending you up to London to see an eye specialist at Moorfields. Anna will go with you, and you'll stay with my sister Rosamond in her new house in Belgrave Square.
But how will you get on here?
Well, Mrs. Crawley is lending us her cook, Mrs. Byrne.
At Sybil's ball, you said you'd give me your answer the day you got back, and now you say you will not.
Why do we have to rush into it? I need to be
Oh.
sure, that's all.
But you were sure. Shall I tell you what I think has altered you? My prospects, because nothing else has changed.
No.
Yes. If your mother's child is a boy, then he's the heir, and I go back to living on my wits, and you'd rather not follow me.
Oh, Matthew, you always make everything so black and white.
I think this is black and white. Do you love me enough to spend your life with me? If you don't, then say no. If you do, then say yes.
I want to. Granny told me I should say yes now, then withdraw if you lost everything.
Oh.
To make that work, you'd have to be a
Don't
good
tell
liar.
him that.
Are you a good liar?
Well, not good enough to try it, apparently.
Something's not right about it.
I agree. Having a silver thief in the house does not seem right at all, even if he could walk.
But Carson isn't keen to get rid of him either, and he normally comes down on this sort of thing like a ton of bricks.
What's his reasoning?
He blames Thomas and O'Brien. He says they've been working against Bates since he got here.
So I should sack O'Brien
Which is true.
instead.
You'll hear no argument from me.
This should do the trick, my lady.
Saying twice of them. Just make sure they don't find her food all that agreeable. I both.
Oh my God, Daisy.
I want them to be glad when I get back. That's all.
Daisy, how's this
If
going
this
over
will
your
be for the
head?
family,
Just make
I'm
it
the one
taste
in my
bad,
country
not
is
as
staff,
good as
more
hers.
precisely, me.
We don't
Simple.
normally provide two.
This isn't bad at all, is it?
Well, I don't know. No one told me there'd be an actual operation.
What did you think? They were just going to make magic passes over your eyes?
All right. Mrs. Atmore?
She'll be fine. Thank you.
And you've been sent to us by the Earl of Grantham.
That's right.
Very good. You can leave her now. We'll keep her in for a week. You can collect her next Friday.
Bates, you say?
John Bates. He must have left the army about 8 years ago.
Wait here, please.
Wow.
You don't mean John Bates, who went to prison for theft?
That's correct.
Well, I know who he is, right enough. It's an odd business.
Why odd?
Never mind. So you're his cousin, and you'd like to be in touch. Very forgiving. Well, I've got no address for him or his wife, but I've got one for his mother. It should still be good. Written it down for you.
Yeah, honestly.
Is it true you wrote to the Turkish ambassador about Kamal?
Who told you?
Someone who knows that you did.
Then why are you asking?
Because I wanted to give you one last chance to deny it.
And what if I did? He had a right to know how his countrymen died. In the arms of a slut.
Oh. Oh, wow.
But everything seems so settled between you at Sybil's ball.
Things have changed since then.
Not necessarily. I don't seem to be much good at making boys.
Any more than I'm much good at building my life on shifting sands.
Poetic.
You do know I should be very proud to have you as my son-in-law, whatever your prospects.
Unfortunately, sir, your daughter is more practical than you.
So, young lady, you thought I'd turn up my nose at a housemaid.
Why, I did, sir.
Well, my mother was a housemaid. I've got nothing against housemaids. They know about hard work and long hours, that's for sure.
I believe so, sir.
All right, well, is there somewhere we could talk?
Gwen, take Mr. Forrest to the library. I'll see no one disturbs them.
I want to know the truth about the case against him. I want to know why the sergeant thought it was odd. I want to know what Mr. Bates isn't saying.
Because you don't believe him to be guilty.
No, I don't. I know he's not.
Well, you're right, of course.
Then who was it? Who was the thief?
His wife, Vera. That night her opportunity came and she took it. Then knew it was her. Someone even saw her with a big carry-on.
Why did he confess?
Well, John wasn't the same man in those days.
Was he violent?
No, not violent.
Pretty hard at times, with a tongue like a razor. There was nothing anybody could do once he confessed.
Man, he is too honorable. But that was his wife, so
Could I ask you something, sir? Only I get the feeling that a war's on.
I'd probably do the same thing too.
And when it comes, I want to be really
If my
useful to my country.
significant other was in
So
trouble.
I've been thinking, what could...
The other half's under the bath.
Thank you.
Discuss it technically.
O'Brien. I think she's hoping she slips on that soap.
Sarah O'Brien, this is not who you are. My lady, if you could just wait.
The doctor's gone, Your Lordship, but he's coming back after dinner. Lady Mary's with you. Thank you. I don't suppose you'll want to change. But is there anything else I can do to be useful?
It was a boy. I'm sorry, I don't mean to embarrass you.
I'm not embarrassed. I just wish you could have been spared.
I know you do. Thank you. By the way, Anna's told me what she learned in London.
Has she? She's not told me.
Oh. Well, the good news is you won't be leaving Downton. I need some good news today.
What a long-faced lot.
Kindly show some respect.
Come on, Mr. Carson, she'll get over it. They're no bigger than a hamster at that stage.
Damn, dude.
What is the matter with you, Thomas?
I don't know. I suppose all this makes me feel claustrophobic. I mean, I'm sorry, of course I am. But why must we live through them? They're just our employers. They're not our flesh and blood.
Thomas, don't be so unkind.
Is there nothing left on earth you respect?
Look at him. Blimey, if he carries on like this for the unborn baby of a woman who scarcely knows his name. No wonder he fell to pieces when his old mum snuffed it.
Thomas! William! Stop! That is enough!
Yeah, he deserves it, yo.
Calm down!
Oy. He.
I wish ours.
I've got news, my lady.
Mr. Bromwich is wrong. You've done it when you got the job.
I don't seem to be able to find your sister.
I wonder where she is. Of course, she may have been cornered. I know there was some old war she was trying to dodge.
Who was that?
I'm not sure. He's simply ghastly, apparently. But he's promised to propose today. I can't tell you how funny she was when she acted it out. She ought to go on the stage.
Really? How amusing.
You can't be leaving yet.
I'm afraid I must. Please, make my excuses to your mother.
Oh, Mary. I mean, I'm not sure if it's Mary. I don't blame Mary for doing that because Edith spread that rumor about her. I mean, the rumor's true, but I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I wish you'd come inside, my lady.
No. People mustn't think I'm really ill. I don't want to cast a dampener on the party.
Very well. But are you sure you have everything you need, my lady?
O'Brien feeling guilty. But she should.
Dear O'Brien.
That was some dirty, dirty stuff.
How sweet you are.
She's so guilty, yeah.
O'Brien. Can I have a word? I need a favour and I don't want to bother Lady Grantham with it.
Certainly, my lady.
She's been helping me find a new maid, and we've had quite a few answers from her advertisement. Can you find where she's put them and get Branson to bring them to the Dower House?
Her ladyship was helping you find a new lady's maid.
Yes. We should have asked you, really. You might take a look at the letters if you have a minute. There's one we like the sound of who'd been trained in Paris.
Now she gonna feel really guilty.
Do you know where she might have put them? The answers?
Oh, yes, my lady. There are only 2 or 3 places they could be.
Oh, thank you, O'Brien. You're a treasure. Thank you.
But I don't understand. Nothing's changed.
Everything's changed.
You can't be sure I was going to refuse you, even if it had been a boy. Because I'm not.
That's the point. I can't be sure. Of you, or of anything, it seems. The last few weeks have taught me that.
But you can't leave Downton.
I can't stay. Not now.
What will you tell Papa?
But I'm grateful for what he's trying to do. But the experiment is at an end. I'm not a puppet. I must take charge of my own life again.
Would you have stayed if I'd accepted you?
Of course.
So I've ruined everything.
You've shown me I've been living in a dream. And it's time to return to real life. Wish me luck with it, Mary. God knows I wish the best for you.
Damn, this is like a sad episode, not gonna lie. Everybody's like getting their heart broken. Like, well, except for Anne and Bates, because they know they love each other. Everybody else,
meddling has cost Mary
a bunch of
the
terrible
only
stuff's
decent offer
happening.
she'll ever get.
I'm sorry, Mama, but you...
What is
Please,
that?
will you stop, please? My lords,
Oh, the
ladies
start of
and
World War
gentlemen,
II.
Can I ask for silence?
World War One.
Because I very much regret to announce that we are at war with Germany.